lost in your imperfections. You get lost in the things you want. But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, well, maybe you would see that all this time I've been right here. Baby, I know it, life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Maybe we could go and find a view if we need some entertainment. But we don't have to hurry, cause our conversation's always entertaining. And if you just want me to listen, I can do that too. Because all that I can do for you, I'll do. Oh yeah, baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now.
What is happening? How you guys doing? I see there's a
Hello.
couple of y'all in there. Let's say hello in the chat, huh? Let us know that you're here and you're wanting to be involved in this conversation because, you know,
I mean, we could talk to each other all night, which would be fine.
we can.
We totally could.
In fact, most nights that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm glad to be here with you.
Me too.
And all of you. So, welcome to the sTEaD Talks live stream, the live stream where we talk about all things off-grid living, homesteading, life, love, all of that other stuff,
Pursuit of happiness, gardening.
and then also almost always, mostly food. Because, you know,
I listen when that happens.
yeah. Scholars maintain that 3/4 of life is spent eating or thinking about food, when you're my size. So, we had an interesting little thing that happened today as a result of that, which we'll talk about in a little while.
Yes, and some updates.
Yeah, and some updates.
Yes.
We've got all kinds of interesting things that are happening for the homestead. And we even, I know we've been teasing this whole, like, you know, we're building this bathroom thing for a while. But we're pretty close. We're pretty close. So we decided we're going to go ahead and make a video. And we'd show it to you tonight on the live stream. Yeah. And it'll be proof positive that we have done something on that project that we keep talking about. So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that's really good.
I mean, super fun.
Yeah,
Super way fun.
so should we check in on well, let's talk to let's see what's happening with the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to pop out my chat real quick so I can see it too.
What's going on?
What is happening here?
Why isn't it there?
There it is. It'll show the new ones but not here.
Weird.
So
Doris!
yeah, I can't bring it up on screen just yet, but when you leave another comment, we'll be able to do that. So hello, Doris. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Hey.
And Nunya texts on the back 20. What's happening? Evening
What's
to you.
up?
Old ways gardening and prepping. Good evening. Ah, yes,
Hello.
food talk. Yes, we will do some food talk.
Hooray.
I'm sure of it. I've been hungry. I've been hungry lately, and I don't
It's
know
like
how
a
to.
teenage boy right now.
Yeah, I must be
I'm
glowing.
all- Wow.
By the end of this live stream, I'm going to be 6'10". Yeah, I'm going through a growth spurt.
Mhm.
Yep.
You putting on some muscle?
I am. That's what it is. It's because, all winter, I only go out for a little bit to go chop wood or whatever, and then I come back inside, and it's like, sit down and write videos time. Or whatever,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, almost homesteading with Janet. Hello.
What's up, Janet?
Oh, for James and I. So you guys are
Hello,
like, you're using this as a time to be close to each other and bond and watch on a small device. But
Oh.
both of you. I think that's very cool.
Super cool.
Personally.
Yes.
Oh, there's one.
There we go.
Oh, food chats. That's exactly right. So
Mhm.
we always get into food, especially when I'm hungry. But Carrie went shopping today, and she brought me back some snacks. One of which came with a disguise, and I'd like to show it to you really quickly.
This is so random, but amazing. You ready for it?
Have
This
you
came
ever
with
got
this
a
meal.
stromboli that came with a mustache? She got me one today. And what's great about it is you just put it in your nose, and it's great. It works. Yeah. So I'm gonna do the rest of the live stream with this here. I'm just kidding. I can't do that. It's very uncomfortable. So old ways gardening and prepping. Food equals energy. It sure does.
Mhm.
It sure does.
Yep.
Yep.
So does the brain. Maybe you're just doing extra.
You know what
thinking.
I found out? That 75% of the brain is made up of this substance that's made up of cholesterol. So if you don't get enough cholesterol, of the good cholesterol, your brain's going to just wilt away.
You need to get you more eggs.
You need to
We
get
got
more
lots of
cholesterol. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Defiant, what's happening?
Hello.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome.
And let's see, you like that, right? Nice stash. It came from a stromboli that Carrie picked me up. I told her, I called her, and I was like, hey, can you just get me something I can eat real fast? I'll just throw it in the microwave. So she got me a screamin' Sicilian stromboli, not sponsored. And it came with a mustache. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? Mm-hmm.
There was food at home, but
I know, yeah.
something else.
I wanted something else. So, SCM Creations, what's happening? What's up,
Hey.
guys? How are you? Doing great. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Ah. I'm exhausted.
And Harrison Lang, what's up, pals? Sebastian says hi,
Hey.
too. So,
What's up?
we lovingly call this person
Welcome.
here, Harrison, Goth Rooster. And and she has invited us for me to come over and get to use an excavator because she needs something excavated and
Told you
she's
to be
renting it.
excited.
And I love running an excavator because it's like riding a brontosaurus. And, you know, because people always say they were born in the wrong era, right? I was born in the wrong era to ride a brontosaurus. So an excavator is the closest thing to it. So
thank you for that.
Yes, so thank you for that. I'm very, very excited about that.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're streaming to the TV. We made it to the big time, lover. We found out 17% of our audience watches our videos on a TV, which makes me really glad we started uploading everything in 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It takes forever, but totally worth it.
The quality is muy better.
It is much better.
Much better.
Almost 4 times better.
Imagine that.
Yeah. James asked if it was from the Screamin' Sicilian. It was. Yeah, she got me that and a one of those. Just, I was wasting away. So yeah, those are good, right, Old Ways?
I never had one.
Mama Owl.
Nice.
See, define. We get the Screaming Sicilian pizzas, and the kids love the mustache. See, I love the mustache too. It's very uncomfortable for me. But it wasn't uncomfortable enough for it to go into the circular file. It's going to live right here on my desk. Right there.
That's fantastic.
Yep. SCM Creations, you guys need to get some swag going. So we do actually have some merch, and I think that would be good to like get a bunch of it and then give it away because give it away now. Yeah. Because I think that would be pretty cool, and they're pretty awesome. Like we have one that's got a really retro picture of a pig on it, and it's like a hand-drawn picture of a pig, and then it says meat candy under it. I think a lot of people are gonna like that when they drop. So, yep.
That's great.
Yep. So let's see here. Harrison, you're doing fine. Goth Rooster, you're doing just great. Oh no, you're doing me a solid. Anytime I can run an excavator, I'm about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love when I'm right about those things too. I might be very excited about it.
Yeah.
So.
I love that kind of stuff. You played with what were they called?
I need more.
The things that were like trucks and different machines and
like
stuff.
the Tonka trucks?
Tonka trucks. I was having a brain fart. When I was a kid, and I moved small but modest mountains with these toys, and now I get to, as an adult, play with the big version of it, all automated. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
I may or may not learn how to also, but I'm gonna bring you one.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. So, SCM Creations, I'd buy a hat or a shirt. Awesome. I'll have to put the link to our merch shop. There's some good ones in there. I have the plans make the best kindling. We have the support shirts. We have all of that kind of stuff. It's pretty fun. And since I designed them and put them out, we have sold exactly 2, and they were to us. So maybe that says something about my design. Yeah. Nah, don't give it away, sell it. Well, that's why you just found out the reason why, I would give it away. Give it away now. So now this is interesting.
Oh,
we have
wow.
Michael, is it Pate or Pate? I found you folks on Reddit. I didn't even know we were on Reddit. So
Wait, was it 7 Kin Homestead? That, because if I wanted to search it.
yeah, I'd like to see that. I know that's where Asmongold found our video, or one of our videos.
On
And
Reddit?
yeah, he found it on Reddit.
Really?
Yeah, and then proceeded to make an hour-long video just being negative about it. But his chat just ate him alive for it.
Yeah.
I loved watching it. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, Michael, let me know where you found that on Reddit because I'd like to see that.
Cool.
Let's see. Carrie and I are excited to learn how to drive it too. Yeah, I mean, if we have time. If we have time. There's a lot to get done. Okay?
I told him he should definitely show you how so that you
There's a
can
lot to
ride
get
it.
done. So, you know.
We just need to cancel all our plans. You're gonna be like, I'm coming back.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get it done. We gotta move on this. SEM Creations for sure. I'd love to support you guys. Well, thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll have it on there. I'll have it on there next week. We're actually this forays beautifully into the next little thing here. And let's see, Old Ways Gardening, Mama Owl. Yes, merch definitely helps out. It sure can.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Michael, that was the video. So that video's been doing the rounds. So I got it was on Asmongold, which is the strangest like place for it to have been. He's a gaming streamer, but he spent an hour on a critical tirade about it. What are you gonna do? Probably lives in an attic or a basement. You know, whatever. But it was actually pretty cool to just have that happen. And then last week, it got picked up. That video got picked up and played on the Daily Wire on the comment section with Brett Cooper. And that one, a bunch of people came and like checked out our channel from that. And then I just got contacted by Jeremy Souza, who is another really big YouTuber who's going to do a whole podcast segment on that video because he really liked it. So that was really cool. He was one of the first big YouTubers to give me advice on something, and I was just like, yeah, man, you can totally, like, you don't even have to ask, because it was good advice, and I actually applied it, and it worked. So
Nice.
yep.
Nice.
Let's see, can you guys send me a link, please? I'm trying to describe to my family what you said, and I can't find it. Sure, yeah, it's on TikTok. I haven't posted it here on YouTube yet, but I will be posting it soon because of this next thing that happened.
I wonder
So
if I can do that.
this is like, yeah, you can
Yeah, let me
probably
see
do
if
that.
let me see if I can do that.
Let me see
Michael.
if we can put a link to the TikTok video on there.
You can carry on while I.
Yeah,
Chicken.
almost homesteading. One day, when I'm rich and famous, I'll buy your merch. And Mama Owls too. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I have some paperwork for you to sign, just to make sure, you know. You could probably find. Yeah, it's actually not anywhere else right now. It got 7.2 million views and 1 million likes on TikTok. So
We should put that one on here.
oh, I'm going to. It's just
Oh.
there's timing involved in it, but we're gonna get to that.
Oh,
We're gonna
that's
get to
right.
that.
That's right.
Yes, the younger generation, the gimme generation. See, I just don't agree with that. I actually think the younger generation has been given a raw deal, and I can mathematically prove it, but nobody wants to do math. But yeah, see, I'm right in the middle. I was born in '81, so I'm technically the oldest millennial probably on the planet left, because I was born in January of '81. So I saw the older generation and the younger generation, like how life was for both of them, from a kind of middle position, and it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Well, Michael, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out some way to get it to you. Either that, or I'll send you a link once it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Let's see. My second job out of school, I worked 100 hours a week for over 5 years. Yeah, and I think it's a question of purpose, not a question of like that they want something for free. They want what they're doing to have a purpose. That's like what it comes down to. And when you're just working your life away at a job that not only could but would replace you if you got in a car accident today, tomorrow. People start to look for different ways to accomplish what it is that they want to accomplish, and that's what that video was about. It was them finding, millennials and even Gen Z are starting to really like look into homesteading as something like a solution to all of the problems that they're encountering. So it's very interesting. To me it's very interesting. But anyway, something big happened this year. I mean, this week, since the last time we talked.
Which is a first for this year.
And is technically part of this year. It's not a massive thing. But seriously, guys.
I'm sorry I had to see that.
Isn't it the little things that make it all worth it? She hates it so much. I think at this point, I only keep playing it because of the reaction that I get from Carrie out of it. It's wonderful. I love it. Anyway, so something that we have been trying to do for the last 10 years was make something out of this YouTube channel that we've had. We did take a good 3 to 5 years off from posting anything to it, so that doesn't really count. But it initially was started 10 years ago, and this is what it was. We actually made it into the partner program.
Woohoo!
It only took 10 years, 8,200 subscribers on YouTube, and 600,000 subscribers on followers on TikTok to make it happen. But this week it happened. So that's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. Yeah, and that's the thing about it, is it's a little thing. It's like a little acknowledgement that you hit a certain milestone, but you gotta stop and you gotta smell those particular roses regardless of how many thorns there are on there. God's desire for me. Good evening, everyone. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. So yeah, that's really awesome. So just to give you a quick rundown, in October of last year, we had, I think, maybe 200 subscribers on YouTube.
Yep.
And we had 400 followers on TikTok. And then things just started blowing up on TikTok, and some percentage of those people started coming over and subscribing to the YouTube as well. And we actually broke 600,000 followers on TikTok this week, which was also really amazing. I never would have thought in a million years that it would have taken off like that. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. So
it is. I think what's really amazing to me too is that there is that amount of people that are interested.
Yeah, and
like, oh,
and it's not just
so
an
cool.
interest of like, I want to see what they do.
Right.
Because what our channel is about is how to do it. Like, go and do it. Stop questioning yourself. Just go and do it. And this is how you could be successful at it. And so that there's that many people who have a genuine intention to live this type of lifestyle, I think is really amazing. Because ultimately, I think a lot of the world's problems could be solved by doing...
Spreading out.
Yeah, by just getting a little space between you and your neighbor. And
alleviate a bit of the production necessary from, larger...
From the larger cities.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as the cattle ranch. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah. Let's just check in with the chat real quick, because that was like overwhelmingly good news, and maybe I should have put that later in the live stream. But it's the little thing. It has to come first. We have chickens now, about to get rabbits.
Nice.
That's awesome. We have chickens and ducks now, and let me tell you, I got to get the ducks out of the house. because they were little and it was, you know, dropping way below freezing, and I didn't want to have to mess with, you know, bringing an electrical circuit into the chicken coop to keep them warm and all of that stuff. So we just set them up right next to the wood stove, which they loved. But man, ducks be pooping. Ducks be pooping.
Stinks.
Like crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Lots of cleaning.
That is true.
Yeah.
So they got to go outside.
Yeah.
Michael, see, I've learned to garden from seed. That's
Nice.
phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah. Carrie's
like-
working on that right now.
I am. Yeah, I started some stuff last year. I'm trying on a larger scale. New stuff.
New stuff. I love how y'all do the homesteading.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
Yeah, we
I dig it.
do it a little different, and we try to do it for as cheap as possible, for as close to free as possible.
Yep.
Janet. Oh, it's Carrie's favorite part of the live. Right? Her reaction is always the best part of that entire thing.
Only you could see it while it was playing.
Watch next
Someone
time.
does.
Yeah, next time she's just going to be like this. No effect. No effect.
Is that right?
That's what she's going to do. Try and take that away from me. The reaction. And
no.
away from you. Tell her
No.
not to.
No, there's no way I can. It's that bad. I can't suppress it.
God's desire for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Goth Rooster. Woohoo! Donut.
Yes.
That's how I felt too.
Yes.
Yeah, we finally are. And what's funny is I've seen a massive drop off in the views on videos, which I hear takes about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks after you get monetized, things go back to normal, and then you can start building from there. That's what I've heard, and I'm seeing it to be fairly true. So.
Interesting.
Let's see here. Doris says, I see my age group, which is a lot older than you. They're still so surprised when they find out they have, gave 20 years to a job that don't care anything about them. Yeah, exactly. That's something that I feel like that's something that people don't really recognize, because when you grew up at a time when if you got a job, you could advance in that job for 40 years and retire from that job, and they gave you a pension and a gold watch
and a decent wage
and a
that
decent
would support
wage.
your family. You
Yeah.
can go on family vacations once a year.
And then the rest of that generation in the investor class hadn't destroyed the economy yet, which we're dealing with now. That's why things are so expensive. People think it's like, oh, it's the president's fault. The president's policies have nothing to do with the way that things are going now. In fact, we haven't even seen the effects of Trump's presidency on the economy yet. We're still dealing with things that were created in the Bush administration, because it takes 10 to 20 years for those, 20 to 30 years even, for some of those policies to really actually flesh out through the economy. It's a big old boat, and it's hard to turn. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know, people just... So if that's the case, who was in charge during that time, right? What generation? And that can kind of lead you to some interesting thought experiments. Yeah. Let's see. That's something I like about your style of videos. You make it to where we both learn together. It feels like we are kind of a team, although we have never met yet.
Oh, that's really cool, Michael.
That is very cool.
That is cool.
That is kind of the feeling that we're trying to go for, so I'm glad that communicates. I want it to be a conversation, even though, you know, you can't directly talk back to me in the videos. I try to make it, you know, we try to shoot it as if the person shooting it is there with me, so you're there with me, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Mama, I prefer a lot of space from the neighbors. I understand.
Yeah.
I do too. In fact, today when we were shooting, we could hear somebody running a pump half a mile down the road, and it really irritated me. So, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Ducks! Yeah.
They're cute.
They are super cute.
They're cute.
They're super cute.
So
and they make
different.
the funniest noises.
Yeah, so different from chicks. You know, you hold chicks and they like stand on your hand and they like balance and use their feathers or their wings to like balance them. Ducks' little wings are this big on a duck this size, and they don't have grips in their feet. So they're just all.
Oh.
It's really funny.
Yeah, they're super
Yeah,
funny.
they're cute.
Ooh, I wanna
Yeah.
talk about this one. That's one really big difference. Gen X and after are not surprised by that anymore. They know corporations are not loyal to them. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is crying in your background? It must be one of the kids. The kids are just going crazy.
They make lots of
You
random
know?
sounds.
Yeah.
I hear it now. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's one of the 6-year-old twins.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a ball, whatever he's doing.
He's being a cat. Be an animal.
He is being a cat.
Yep, almost homesteading. The ripple effects of economic policies are huge and last a long, long time. That is correct, and it takes a long time to change any one of them when they find out that was a bad policy, you know, and you'd be amazed at how many bad policies there have been.
Would you though?
Would you though?
Would you really?
I don't know.
Really?
I
That
don't
makes
really
sense.
know. I don't know. So ATRC,
Hey, what's up?
what's happening?
Welcome.
Yeah, and thank you for coming to our STEAD Talk.
That's good.
Doris, I love this. Michael Pate, you belong here. We are a family. I have followed these guys for about 10 years now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you, Doris. You're one of the old school. You were here for the boys their naming, all the videos that we did going up to the naming, the baby shower where our entire front room was just filled to the roof, to the ceiling with stuff that you guys all sent us. It was amazing.
I think first birthdays too for the boys.
Yeah, remember we
They
made it
ate
like
too
a
much.
whole event and they ate too much cake. And by the end of it, they were just projectile vomiting all over the place.
Right.
It was awesome.
Everything
Luckily, we were
cleaned up.
outside, and they were just in their diapers, and their cake was blue, so they just looked like Smurfs by the time they were done. It was funny.
Yep.
Question: do y'all have a favorite breed of rabbit? No, you know, we've only started considering rabbits actually.
Yeah.
So I haven't done a ton of research into them. All I know is that they're the most sustainable form of protein. So that's why we're looking into them.
And I would like to use their pellets for the garden.
Yeah, because you can like directly use them, which is great.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do not feel like I would be amazed. Annoyed, discouraged, irritated, yes. Amazed, doubtful. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's not really, I mean, it's something that's really obvious now, you know, but there was a little more trickery about it back then, I think, you know. But what are you going to do? Politicians going to politic. That's just how it goes, unfortunately.
So politicky.
So politicky. Yeah.
That's funny.
Those were the days. Yep. She called them pellets. Yeah, well, there's the pellets,
And
they're
then there's the
poo,
pelt.
and then there's the pelt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was pellets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is it really a first birthday without projectile vomit? That's what I think. You know, it's like, did you party?
I remember like it
But
was
did you though?
yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I remember I sang a song at the beginning of it. It was Garth Brooks' "The River."
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Ooh, let's see. California Giants, but don't base your protein intake on just rabbits. They're too lean. They can make you very sick. Yeah, no, you have to definitely have something with a little more fat in it. Or you cook them in oil. You know,
Yeah.
there's a
I think
couple
most
ways.
people do have chickens as well, though, for that. So
Yeah,
there's a nice
add
balance.
eggs
And we've got
and-
the ducks, too, now.
Yeah, and ducks are fatty. Let me tell you, they'll fry themselves.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're
so
delicious. And we got egg layers and we got pecans, so for meat birds, you know, because that's my favorite protein is duck. I love duck.
It's so good that I look at them as little ducks, the ones that will be for me, and go, you're going to taste so good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yep. ATRC, I love this. Here's why economists don't expect trillions of dollars in economic stimulus to create inflation. Elizabeth Schultz, NBC, July 2020. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's the same mistake that's been made by every empire that's ever been, and we're already about 6 years past the average amount of time that an empire has maintained their status as the international trade currency. So it's I'm telling you, if you don't know how to feed yourself and you don't know how to make your own energy and you don't know how to give yourself the things that you're used to, your life is going to look a lot different in the coming decade. It's a fact. You know, we've debased the currency to a point where it's just basically, that's why things appear so expensive. And then if inflation moves back a little bit, the corporations are just like, nope, we're not lowering our prices. So then you got greedflation on top of it. It's a mess, and it's not getting any better. You need to be like, that's why we do what we do, because we think that the people who are out there who think that their life is going to get better and better because society is going to, you know, move it along in that direction. It ain't going to happen. You got to be able to feed yourself. You got to be able to protect yourself. You got to be able to create whatever energy you need to be able to have a reasonably good life. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be food for the starving masses. Like, that's just how it goes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That took a dark turn.
It did take. It went dark. Went dark. Let's see. Rabbits are the easiest things to take care of.
Nice.
Yeah, they're pretty like self-sufficient if they have access to stuff. So
Yeah, I want to
I
look
like
into
'em.
that. Yeah.
I like it. Mm-hmm. J2R4.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming to our STEAD Talk. The river, you know your dream is like a river, ever changing as it goes, and the dreamer's just a vessel. Yeah, it's good.
Nice. Oh.
Ever thought about learning how to do off-grid water treatment? Actually, I have a brand deal that I'm in the middle of making the video for with a company that makes a 12-stage water filter that has a bunch of micron filters, charcoal, reverse osmosis, UV, the whole 9 yards, and it comes in a box about that big, which is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. But you know, there's always the tried and true distilling. Like, you distill water, and it's pure. You actually got to add some like salt or potassium back into it so it tastes good and doesn't suck all of the minerals out of your body when you pee it out.
Huh.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
Got to learn survival skills and prepare for whatever kind of life is to come, which is totally true. And that's going to lead me to the video that I wanted to show you about the bathroom. You know, because we're all going to live in bathrooms someday. Just kidding. Let's see. I don't want to be in anyone's soup, so learn the skills I need now. That is correct. And you know, when I came out and said that in a video, and that was the first video that took off, I was like, man, life's getting pretty weird. And we got leaders of different countries who both have the ability to just wipe life off the face of the planet, goading each other into pushing the button from their bunkers. You know, it's kind of weird. So, yeah, even if you take the money out of it, to be able to take care of your own needs is priceless. Absolutely. And I think you get a lot better value for it too. And a lot of people would be like, you know, taking care of chickens is actually more expensive than just buying chicken and eggs. You know, and I shouldn't have to do that because I'm a hologram. I'm just kidding.
But they're so lovely.
Yeah, but I don't find that to be the case. We spend what, like maybe $40 a month
Something like that.
on feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spend more than that on chicken.
Yeah.
Like getting chicken.
Right. So it's
well,
like,
actually, I don't, but I could if I got like a whole chicken.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like them.
Mm-hmm.
They're my little ladies.
Yeah. So people better, how many dollars is it going to cost to do that when it requires a wheelbarrow full of dollar bills to go buy a loaf of bread? How's that going to work? Which is also kind of an advantage to having a lot of debt. So someday you're going to have to pay it back with the same amount of American US dollars that it costs to pay for a loaf of bread. But anyway, that's another conversation for another day. Frank Alvarado, what's happening?
Hey.
Back at the ranch.
What's up, Frank?
Hey, good to see you, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yeah.
Soylent Green is people. See, I agree with you, Doris. Being able to take care of myself with two others is priceless. Hard, but priceless.
Mm-hmm.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The old Charlie Munger. A safe assumption for an investor is that over the next 100 years, the currency is going to zero. That's my working hypothesis. Charlie Munger would know. Oops.
Sounds about right.
Those of you that don't know, Charlie Munger is one of the partners in Berkshire Hathaway, which is, what's his name's? Gosh, I'm doing terrible with names. This is why everybody in real life is 6-shooter or turbo to me, because names don't stick up here. Warren Buffett.
Oh.
Warren Buffett's partner.
Oh.
So.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Let's see. Found your channel recently through a recommendation from another content creator. Came for knowledge, found genuine wisdom. World need more of that. Keep it up.
Oh,
Thank you so much. That's like so nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
I really appreciate that. It's really just spending a lot of time talking with trees. They're amazing conversationalists, personally.
They listen so
They're
good.
such good listeners. They just let you talk, They don't judge you. Doris, I hear that stuff all the time with my herbs, but I enjoy doing them, and they only care because I don't have time to do things for them. That's exactly right.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. It's just more fulfilling, too.
It is
It's
true.
fun.
Yep, the Oracle from Omaha. You know what I love about that guy? He still drives himself around in a Lincoln town car. This guy is like worth dozens of billions of dollars, and he'll still like take his grandkids out to have ice cream at the Dairy Queen. It's like, I think it's awesome.
Nice.
I think people hoarding that much money is not awesome, but it is what it is. I'm glad for his success. Yep. Nicole, I'm
Hey,
late, but I
Nicole.
made it. Good evening, folks. What's happening? Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. You're about to break into. See, here's the thing. I don't see a lot of creators doing live streams and reviewing their own videos. Okay, because that is a little self-indulgent. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we do self-indulgence here. Come with me and take a ride down self-indulgence lane. I just do this to watch Carrie's reaction to these ridiculous. I just love it. I think somewhere down deep inside, that's what she loves about me. Is that it? That's right?
I love a lot of things about you. There are so many.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, so anyway, agreed, trees are excellent conversationalists. We could take tips from Tree Society. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you gotta love it, guys, right? Never seen a tree dance like that, though. Yeah, well, you gotta hang out with better trees, man. I learned all my moves from trees.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
So anyway, you know that we've been talking for the past ad infinitum, forever backwards, about this bathroom that we've been working on, right? Because we needed another bathroom. There's 7 of us. We only had, one little area that we could do the business in. We needed more of that. So we made a video today that just happens to show that, but also happens to show the single most important skill that a person can develop while going at this lifestyle, and we wanted to show it to you. It's a few minutes long, so I hope that it is informative, funny, and just well made enough to keep your attention for that whole time. So let me find it here.
While you find it,
Oh, here it is.
Janice asked, is that a real human that sings that, or is that AI?
No.
I love this question because
Yeah, go ahead.
the answer.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I want you to.
That's actually me. That's me singing in that. Yeah. Come with me. Take a ride down Self-Indulgence Lane. Hurrah! It's good.
Very good.
Right?
Oh, and hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean and Janice, how's it going?
What's up?
Yep. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. Some of our favorite creators.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing. All right, so you wanna show this next?
Yes. So
this
anyway, I
next
want
bit?
to show
Okay.
this video, and you guys tell me what you think. I think personally, this is the greatest skill to have for basically what's coming in the future, and also,
It's fun.
and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with it. Ready? And away we go. Allons-y.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm just doing some routine plumbing work. That's better. I get asked all the time, what is the most important thing I could practice right now to get me started on my road to off-grid living? So, let's talk about it. If you have buckets, or even mid-sized satchels, full of money to throw at your off-grid living and homesteading adventure, you're going to want to get really good at making phone calls to skilled people who will do things for you, whilst at the same time sharpening your pointing finger and working on your disapproving face. But if you're like us, and you're starting out without a pot in which to make tinkle, there's one skill that'll get you further than all the other ones combined, especially if you start practicing it right now. That skill is frugality. You know, parsimoniousness. Being an epic level cheapskate. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. In the world we live in today, it can appear a lot easier to just get a construction loan to build what you need, or even to throw it on the old plastique. Truth is, when you live out in the middle of BFE, money can be a little more difficult to come by. And building up a bunch of debt sort of defeats the purpose of this type of lifestyle change. Principle among those purposes is to try and make life more affordable. Now, I've said it before, I don't care what you can do with a machine shop. I want to see what you can do with a hacksaw and a file. As an example, I want to show you a project that we're in the middle of. It's not done yet. It's getting there. Still a lot of work to do. I'm probably aware of all the things that you're going to point out. So all you armchair contractors, don't come at me. We needed another bathroom. We had a bunch of lumber laying around, most of which was salvaged from scrap that other people were throwing away. I also drove by a mill and saw a gigantic pile of slab wood out front. I pulled in and worked out a deal to get 2 trailer loads of that slab wood for $20. We used that lumber to build this structure, and we turned that slab wood into this lovely log cabin siding. The window I got for free, and it's dual pane aluminum, so you know it's good. Let's take a look inside. We sided about half of the inside with the slab wood from the outside, giving it a cozy cabin feel. The flooring we got from a local flooring store that had 3 boxes of remnants left over, and we got those boxes for $5 each. And we already had the composting toilet, which is where I do my best thinking. We needed a shower. I got this stock tank for $80 and got a drain set for another $30. But what about an enclosure? Many years ago, I happened upon an entire pallet of a bunch of different tiles, none of which were enough to make an entire enclosure. So, the lovely and talented wife extraordinaire, Carrie, broke up a bunch of those tiles and put together this beautiful mosaic piece. I built this cabinet out of scrap using CAD, cardboard aided design. I made this live edge countertop out of some leftover slab and finished it with some leftover epoxy from another project. And the kids almost allowed it to fully dry before putting their fingers in it and leaving their mark. And isn't that what makes doing DIY projects with children around all worth it? Years ago, at the end of a garage sale giveaway, I was gifted these lovely brass candelabras. Never could figure out what to do with them, so I lopped the bottom off of one of them and made it into a sink basin.
Beautiful patina.
So I still need a couple of sheets of drywall. I'm going to finish out the trim and the molding with interesting bits of finished slab scrap. And once I'm done with all of that, Meg's your grandma. We're going to have a pretty nice additional bathroom for right around $200 when everything's said and done. I think that's pretty good, all things considered. Now I realize that modern life has drilled into your head that anything worth doing is worth spending a whole lot of money on. But with a little frugality, some ingenuity, and going camping for a night or two in the land of imagination, you can have pretty much anything you want, even if you don't have buckets of money. I'm thinking, can you just follow me without moving the camera from where it is right now? Listen, I don't want my camera person in a red anthill. Do we need to move?
No, I'll just shake the camera off when we're done. I'm on a rock.
You're on a rock. This is excellent right here.
I don't know who that guy is, but I like him. He makes me laugh. I think my favorite part is where I'm trying to like direct you being the director, and I'm like, can you just follow me without moving the camera from where it's at?
And my face was like this. So I'm gonna need to move the lens to follow you.
I'm like, yeah, but like without moving it, right? Crazy, Jason.
You know what I ended up telling him?
What?
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best. She knows.
Great.
She's broken the code, guys. She's broken the code. But anyway, let's get back to the point of this, right? I personally think that frugality is like the most important trait, and it's actually a skill that you can learn. Like, one of the ways that we've become more frugal is by watching Ozark Family Homestead, Janice and Sean, and how they do their shopping hauls and all the different things that they will, find deals on, or buy a lot of this or none of that, or you know what I mean? And so it's a great way to, no matter where you're at, and if you shop for all your food or whatever, watch their shopping haul videos, and you'll learn a ton about coupons and sales and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So let's check back in over here.
Yes.
Over with the chat, and then we'll get right into that subject of frugality, and also I want to hear what you guys think of the bathroom so far. Yes, plant your roots deeply and reach for the sky. See, that's what this move was in the video. Right? Like that, Self-indulgence lane. Nicole, we had a bit of a rough day here. Crazy storms and hail last night. Knocked out all of my seed starts. Knocked siding off the house and lost power for 14 hours. So I will take the laughs. Well, hopefully you get a whole bunch of them. It's amazing how you can get a little bit ahead and then boom, hail. It happened to us last year. If you haven't seen our water video, I think it's one of them on there. It's called the water video, or
You Live Without What?
You Live Without What?
That's what it's called.
Our struggle for water. So it went through a lot of different names.
But yeah, we had a crazy hailstorm come through.
Right after we got all the plants in the ground.
It was in June.
Yeah. And so.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel you.
Michael, well, you have a good one. I'll be in touch. Thank you both for your content you provide the world. Well, you're very welcome. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for coming to our STEAD Talk. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Let's see, J2R4. Unfortunately, I live in New York, and even the trees here are rude. Yeah, I'm telling you. If you don't like the trees where you're at, you gotta know that there's something off about the environment.
Agreed.
Yeah. Sean, we've been here just silent in the background. Well, we love having you, so I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah.
That is one bumpy road. Yep. Aluminium, you like that? And they're made out of aluminium, so you know they're good. Oh, I'm glad you stayed to watch that last part too, man.
Yeah, you have a good one.
Very cool. Let's see, I see such a difference on the quality of work you do now compared to the time before, the time back to the city life. Yeah, it was really good for you to take that time back there. I really think it was. It gave us perspective.
Yeah.
And like how you don't know what you've lost till it's gone, and that's when this lifestyle was gone for us. We were miserable, and I'm so glad that when we had the opportunity to sell the property, we didn't.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, all the comforts, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else was, I missed so much.
And the
comforts weren't even.
Yeah, what I had to
worth
give
it.
up to be able to have the comforts was ridiculous.
Just your soul.
Just my soul.
And like all the hours in the day.
At one point, I know I've talked about this on the live stream before, but at one point we had started making a cartoon. It was called Effing Zombies, and it was all about how, at some point in human history, the evolution split off in two directions, and most humans evolved to be zombies, and some humans had these like really random and almost useless superhuman skills. Mine was I could put together little things that would be able to be used for killing zombies, but the majority was the zombies, so they had control of the government and all this. So the government's being run by zombies and all this other stuff, and the only job that the humans, like the still regular humans, could get was working at the blood bank, giving blood, where their job was literally sucking the life out of them. And I don't know, it was an allegory.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't she do an amazing job on that shower, the tile? It was great. How long did that take you? Because you really got it all going.
I want to say it took like in hours, like maybe 20 hours, like breaking up the tile, like picking out the tile, breaking it apart, putting it there, and
dispersing it in the right ratio.
But that was over 3 days.
Yeah.
So it was like a couple hours, and then one day I worked on it like all day and at night, actually, till like, I don't know, 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a lovely evening. It's so nice out.
I'm gonna keep doing tile work.
Doing tile work. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I never had done anything like that before, so
yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
I'm super proud of you too.
I like how it came out.
I like how it came out, and also I like that you let me continue to use those things in our video here, the little things intro and the self-indulgent lane. I love both of those things about you.
Oh.
See, I can acknowledge that there's more than one thing I love about you.
I know.
Yeah.
I thank you.
You're welcome. And I forgive you. Let's see, Nicole. Why did I think that was a farmhouse plunger? Right? But it's brass, right? I've had these things like laying around in our junk pile, just like building up a patina for the last, I don't know, we probably brought those here like 7-8 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I finally found a use for one of them. which is great. And then I just attach a no hub underneath it to connect a regular P-trap underneath it. So
Yeah. Because see, with kids, we don't want an open flame candle just go in there, and I think one of them was wobbly.
yeah, it's got like a
So,
bend in it. The one I
like-
showed in the video has like a bend in it.
Yeah, so using them as that,
Yeah,
it wasn't gonna happen.
right.
I love it. I
They're
love
beautiful.
it
As a little sink
as a
basin.
sink basin. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. God's desire for me.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Almost homesteading. Dang, great job. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
You know,
you.
it's like that's why it's taken so long. Not because there were many days where I didn't feel like working on it, and I didn't.
yeah.
It just everything like individually, you know, was like a long while just to clean that slab wood. Takes a while. You got to cut it straight on both sides. You got to then use the little grinder, which if you saw the TikTok video, somehow the auto text on it when I'm using the grinder, it just repeats hello over and over and over again.
It's so funny.
It is so funny. And I didn't catch it because after I put those on, I sometimes don't watch the video. That's why occasionally Carrie's name is spelled wrong. But I caught it in this video. Boom. Yes.
That's funny.
Already got a bunch of Uncle Bob's. Don't need any Grandma Meg's, right?
Yes,
I-
G2.
I like to throw things into the videos that I think that most people don't get, right?
Like the plastique?
and yeah, like the plastique. And then and so that was one of them. So instead of Bob's your uncle, Meg's your grandma, you know. Who is Meg? When did she adopt my mom? Right?
Oh, that's great.
Meg's your grandma. I think everybody should start saying that. Meg's your grandma. Thanks for the plug.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are super
Coolest
amazing.
people. If you're not following them,
Yeah, definitely
show
do
them
so.
some love. They're awesome.
I did when we're in a group together on Facebook about being a homesteading YouTuber, and it was pretty cool when I posted the thing about us getting monetized. Janice jumped on there and said some nice stuff, and then I said, you know, be sure to tell Sean so he can come up with ways to razz me about it. We've got a thing, you know. He likes it. I like it. It's all good.
That's awesome.
Mama Owl, sorry guys, got to head out. Everyone take care and have a blessed evening. We're so happy that you came and hung out with us, and I'm glad that you came to our STEAD Talk.
Yeah, you have a good name.
Yeah. Let's see. ATRC, a bit off topic, but you mentioned you were a tech bro of some kind before homesteading. As a tech bro myself, I'm curious what kind of stuff you were building. So, right before the time that we came out here, I had converted our front room into a green screen studio, and we had started making videos prior to moving out here, like before we'd even thought about anything. And I got some really ridiculous videos that are floating around the internet somewhere.
Yeah, like 2011, I think, was when we started.
Yeah, when we first started.
Before
2010
we moved
or
out, yeah,
2011.
Before we moved out here in 2012. And then the same in 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I was doing then, but when we were in the city, I got into crypto mining, and I built a bunch of mining rigs before the Ethereum change over to proof of stake rather than proof of work. I don't know if this makes sense to anybody that's watching, but yeah, I built my editing computer. I have a good grasp of electrical engineering as well, so when I need to fix something or make something, I can usually do okay with all of that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. It's magical to me, so I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Nicole, I love the fact that both Hans and I work for HEB, we get 10% off daily and 25% off groceries a few times a year. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's like a big old chunk. Nowadays, it's like enough to pay an electric bill or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, let's see. I love it. I've had a front row seat watching you guys filming, and it's entertaining for sure. Oh, wait till you guys, when we get this video on building community all done, and this is the one that Harrison Lang, otherwise AKA Goth Rooster, is in.
Yep.
There's this particular part where we got to really flex our acting skills, all of us, even Goth Rooster, like the actual Goth Rooster, Sebastian.
Oh, that's true.
That's
he
true.
Did.
He got to Ideos Meals. Right? It was so good.
Yeah, it's an in progress one as we are,
Yeah.
as we're going.
It's
so,
a long process,
it's
so
documenting.
it'll basically be a documentary by the time we're done with it.
Therefore,
Which is pretty. It's actually really cool, the idea that we have for putting it all together. So, they might fly us to Cannes. What can I say? ATRC, if New York trees are rude, Joshua trees must be on shrooms. Yeah, that
Joshua trees are crazy.
Yeah, I spent a bunch of summers out in a cabin in Joshua Tree with Travis. And his older brother. Yeah, we found out that an old Toyota pickup truck, no lift, no four-wheel drive, on those roads back there, the dirt roads back there, could get up over 100. No problem. It wasn't even hard. Can't even do that on the freeway in those things.
Well, how about that?
Needed hills. That's what it was.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, all your time, all your energy, all your soul. Not much.
Right. Yeah.
I trash talk you because you're my brother from another mother. That's right. There's got to be banter. I had this guy leave me a comment on one of my TikTok videos, and he's like, "Stop showing hippies how to buy land or farmland in rural communities. I don't need that." And I was like, "Well, I mean, you could have told me before I posted it. There's got to be a easier way for me to check on these things that you need from me prior to me doing something about them." And he's like, "No, man, I love your videos. I'm just joking." I'm like, No. Go back to doing the other thing. Banter is necessary. I like this.
So funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
Uh-huh. Nicole, I snagged a pair of overalls today. Got brown because I have that grandpa spirit in me.
That's
Bang.
awesome.
I want to go get the khaki ones of these. These are really comfortable. This is what peak male couture for the active fella actually looks like. That's what this is.
Oh, okay.
Peak couture.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I love my overalls. Don't lie.
Hey, you said they're the easiest things.
Yeah.
I told him I need to go and get myself a pair of overalls from the thrift shop because I'm going to alter them. I'm putting zippers in the back, diagonal, down the legs.
Then they'll be ideal.
Yeah.
That's $1 billion. That's just think about
The efficiency
what's it
for
called?
a lady.
Yeah. Fashion Week in New York. All these skinny little tiny little things walking down with this look on their face. In overalls with zippers down the back of the leg. It's going to be the new thing.
I mean, it'll be the side seat.
Yeah.
It's going to be rad.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with a French sounding name for them.
Zipper.
Yeah. Or
Zipper
Dalou. Dalou. How about that? Dalou. That's not French. That's what the British people call it. We'll take it to London fashion.
I like that though.
Hey, Dalou. Let's see, Nicole, I used to make YouTube videos to feed myself for $20 a week eating a keto diet. Same items now would cost almost $40. It's rough out there in grocery land. It is.
Yeah, it's not getting any better. Every time I go, it's like everything's like anywhere from 25 cents to $2 more every time.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's true. It's true. B&J's Little Farm has
What's
a...
up?
What? First of all, thank you for coming to our TED Talk. And what was that look again? It's like this. See, because you have to accentuate the movement of the overalls. They'll do all kinds of funny things to them, like make them bell bottoms and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure that's what they're thinking. Right? They'll make them out of trash bag. They'll be inflatable.
That I could see.
Before you leave the house, you got to blow them up with your little car tire inflator.
There's like LED lights.
Yeah.
Like strobe them.
Let's just make the most ridiculous overalls that we can possibly come up with, and then try to sell them to a Fashion Week designer, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, where have you been?" Like that. They'll have the, "Where have you been? Where have you been hiding?"
Undoubtedly, yep.
That's how it'll go down. They'll call and be like, "Jason? Oh, from 7 Kin Homestead? Sure, I'll take your call." Yeah. Nicole, I like thrifting all I can, but I'm tall and have to get long lengths. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have that same problem. Do you ever run into that?
I run into the opposite problem, where all of the things that I get pants-wise are too long. So I'd have to like roll them up, or
turn them into jorts.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel your pain. It's in the opposite side of things.
Short
Shorts?
people got no reason to
Long, perfect.
live.
No, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Here you go. J2R4. Le zipier.
Exactly.
Le zipier. Allons zipier. like let's go, right? In French, allons-y is let's go, right? And so allons zipier. Because that's why you'd need the zippers, so you can go.
Exactly.
Jordy can make you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good look, right? I should do that look more often. Maybe people will take me seriously finally. Maybe. Yeah. Homestead fashion is correct. So I'd also like to invite you guys to something that is happening tomorrow evening.
Oh, yeah.
That I meant to mention earlier, but I think all the core folks are here right now. So myself, I don't know if you guys know Diva in the Dirt, Maureen Washington. And then, so the two of us are going to be on a live stream with Almost Homesteading with Janet, who's here in the chat as well, tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m., almost said a.m., which would be ridiculous.
Because I will be sleeping.
Yeah, p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we would love it if you guys would come over and hang out. You know why? Because we're talking about the hottest topic on the internet today. Excuse me. Just randomly burped. And hiccuped at the same time. His head's going to explode. Compost.
Rick and Morty.
We're talking about compost. And we'll probably also talk about a bunch of other things too.
Yeah.
And it should be really super duper duper fun.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to follow Almost Homesteading with Janet so that you can hang out with us tomorrow night on a group live stream, which we very rarely do, because I haven't figured out how to make it work on my side without having to pay for a subscription to something. And I'm unwilling to do that because my favorite word in the English language is parsimonious, which means unwilling to spend money. and that's how that goes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so I'm super looking forward to it because I really love doing those because we can actually see the person on the other side.
And talk.
And I'm like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
I can see. Oh, my gosh. This is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, all three of us together, it's going to be a barrel of laughs and or shooting fish in a barrel. Something about a barrel. There'll be barrels involved. I can guarantee it. Almost Homesteading with Janet. I think tall people got no reason to live because they bump their heads way more than us short people. Well, as we learned in our video last week, teach a man to duck. and he avoids hitting his head on things forever. And that's just science. So, so definitely come and hang out with us tomorrow night on Almost Homesteading with Janet's page. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Here it is on the screen. 6 p.m. PST, which is 9 p.m. EST, which I believe is -8 hours GMT. Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where is 0?
Greenwich Mean Time.
Where?
It goes through like England. It's
Okay.
Like that part.
Okay.
In Greenwich.
Okay, I was just double checking.
Yeah.
Weird.
You know where Greenwich is, right? We went there last
We
summer.
all know where Greenwich is. Like exactly.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Nah. I didn't like the food. Got a stupid hat. It fell apart on the plane. No biggie. Yep, it's on Almost Homesteading. That's correct. Yeah.
Nicole, that's great.
I definitely do bump my head way more. Or random strangers just ask you to get things down off of shelves. The stores I do not work at. Yep, that's exactly right. That happens to me all the time. My wife likes to refer to my height as her height.
Yes.
Because what's mine is hers, but what's hers is hers as well.
That is so sweet. I've never heard him say it that way.
When my back hurts, though, you best believe if I need something off the floor, I'm asking for it. Best believe it.
Yeah, or if he needs little hands to get in
she
a
does
small
that for
space
you all
to
the
grab
time. So I
something,
have sausage fingers.
or reach his arm to into his small.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his height is my height, so.
It is, and your littleness is my littleness.
It is.
It is. Oh, Jason, I will teach you the ways of free live streaming with friends. Ooh, I want to know all about it.
I would like that.
But without a watermark. I can't have a watermark. That's the thing. That's the problem I always run into. I've explored many ways to do this, but I think I can find a plug-in for OBS. But I'm open to whatever it is that you want to share with me. I can't have that. Can't be paying for things.
Okay.
Thanks, Janet. On the time, I didn't think about the time difference. Yep.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Frank is subscribed.
Oh,
Anybody
nice.
else is here,
Thanks,
make
Frank.
sure you jump over there on another device or when we're done and do that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Wait, so if short people got no reason to live and neither do tall people, then average height people are perfect. Didn't anybody ever read
That's awesome.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears?
5'10".
You know? It's like
Dude, you're just
they're
right.
yeah, they're just banning books left and right nowadays.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yep. Yeah, so you get asked to get things off of tall shelves. I have to climb those shelves like a ninja,
I
right?
do that too, Janet.
Yeah, I've seen her do it too. It's funny because
I'll grab something and then you get on the first one and then it's like a hop. You're trying to use the other thing.
she's so self-reliant. I could be standing next to her and she'd climb up a rack at Home Depot to get something off of the second rack up when it's like eye level for me. I could just be like,
jumping.
Here you go. What are you
That's
doing?
what you need.
I thought we had a.
Mostly I do that when he's not around.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just fun. I'm like, no, I'm sure I can get it.
Yep. No.
Yep,
Just right. That's exactly right. All right, guys. So join us tomorrow night on Almost Homesteading with Janet's channel, talking about compost. We're gonna delve deep into the decomposing biological matter that is compost, and show you how we are heating our greenhouse with said compost. And one of the days, we know it worked really well because it got up to 128 degrees in there. We just don't know which day. But anyway, let's pick up these last ones here, and then we're going to say goodbye. Nicole, I have a short sister, and she always seems angry. I've seen her pull those short folk ninja skills before. I do that too. And you know what's funny? They don't think they're angry because they've shaped their face to look normal to the people that are their same height. But from higher vantage point, right? You look down and you're like, oh, that's what anger looks like when they're not looking at people their own height. And so
Such a rift you're creating right now.
not even. Hey, they say you wanna make it in content creation, you gotta be divisive. Short people, boo. Tall people, boo. See, and then you get them going. That's the American way. Anyhow, I love you guys. We'll see you here next week, and hopefully on the live stream tomorrow talking about compost. I think we got everything.
Yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And Doris and Janet and B&J's Little Farm and J2 and
Nicole
Goff
Gibson.
Nicole and
Did we say Doris? Almost Homesteading with Janet.
And let's see, God's Desire.
Frank Alvarado.
Frank, you're here, yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
And if we missed you,
And Sean and
oh yeah, Sean, Janice.
Ozark Homesteading.
Yeah.
Ozark Family Homestead.
Yeah, and ATRC.
Yes.
I knew we could go back far
Someone
enough to
else,
get at least one more. So we love you guys, and we will talk to you next week. Hope to see you tomorrow on the Composting Homestead or podcast live stream.
Yes.
Umbrella. Elephant.
Fork.
Legume. All right.
Les Épierres.
Les Épierres.